chemistry online class. In today's class, we are going to discuss about displacement decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. This class we are going to discuss about decomposition reaction. Then what is decomposition reaction? Before I explain what is decomposition reaction, let me remind you of what is combination reaction. Okay. See, in combination reaction what happened? Two reactants are combined together to give one product. Two reactants are combined to give one product. But in decomposition reaction, this is exactly opposite to combination reaction. See, decomposition reaction is exactly opposite to combination reaction. How? Let me write two equations. When ferrous sulfate get decomposed when heated. When ferrous sulfate heated, it gives ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur dioxide. See, when ferrous sulfate is heated, it gives ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur dioxide. If you see these two equations, here you see this is the example for combination reaction in which two reactants are combined together to give carbon dioxide. It's one product. It's only one product is there. Two reactants is there. But here in decomposition reaction, you can see here one reactant give three products. That is why the decomposition reaction is exactly opposite to combination reaction. The combination reaction means what? Two or more substances are combined to give one product. But decomposition reaction is exactly opposite to combination reaction in which one reactant get decomposed to give three products. Here three products, sometimes it could be two. Okay. Now, decomposition reaction can be carried out through three ways. Using heat. Second one, using electricity. Third one, using sunlight. Decomposition reaction can be carried out using heat, electricity and sunlight. If the decomposition reaction takes place with heat, then it is called thermal decomposition process. If the decomposition reaction takes place using electricity, then it is called electrolysis process. If the decomposition reaction takes place with the help of sunlight, then it is called photolysis process. From this we can understand decomposition reaction can be carried out using heat or electricity or sunlight. Now let us understand how decomposition reaction can be carried out using heat. Let me when ferrous sulfate is heated, it gives ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Okay. Second equation, when calcium carbonate is heated, it gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Here, calcium oxide is what we call quicklime. It is used in manufacture of cement. Manufacture of cement. See here, if you observe these two equations, here reactant is 1. Reactant is 1, but products are 3 or 2. From this we can understand that decomposition reaction is exactly opposite to combination reaction. Here only one reactant will be here in the reactant side. In the product side, you can see 3 products here, here 2 products. Okay? See here, when ferrous sulfate is heated, it gives ferric oxide plus sulfur dioxide and sulfur dioxide. When calcium carbonate, it's also called limestone, when it is heated, it gives calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Okay? Let me write one more equation. When lead nitrate is heated, it gives lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen. Okay? FeSO4 gives Fe2O3 plus SO3 plus SO2. Now we have to balance this equation. So here in reactant side, this is product side. Reactant side, only one Fe is here and one S and 4 O. But in product side, 2 Fe, 3 O plus 1 S, 3 O. 1 S, 2 O. Now, if you see on both sides of the equation, so which element is balanced here? Here 1 Fe is here 2 Fe, here 1 S is here 2 S, 1 S plus 1 S, here 4 O is here 6 O is here. Now, I have already told you how to balance the equation. I have always told you that now we should start balancing the equation from the element which has got more number of atoms here. Here in this case, reactant side, here 4O is here 6 O, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8 O is here. Now let us start balancing the equation from oxygen. Here 8 O is here 4 O is here. In order to make 8, here 8 O is here, in order to make 8, what I have to do? I have to put 2 here, then it becomes 2 Fe, 2 S, 8 O. But here 2 Fe is balanced, 2 S, here 1 S plus 1 S, 2 S balanced, 8 O, 3 O, 2 O, 8 balanced. Now the equation is balanced now. So I will tell the question as it is. You have to balance this equation. This equation will be given for homework. You have to do it. If you don't know, I will do it for you. See, in these three equations, you have to understand that only one reactant is involved to keep two or more products. Okay. In all these cases, the reactant is heated. The actual reactant is heated. Okay. Here, in all these cases, the reactant is heated. That is why it is called thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition reaction. Thermal decomposition reaction. Because in all these cases, heat is used to decompose the reactant. Okay? This is all about thermal decomposition reaction. Then what about electrolysis process? In this process, to decompose the reactant, electricity is used. Electricity is used in electrolysis process. Let me give the example of decomposition of water. How the decomposition of water takes place? When water get decomposed due to electrolysis process, here electricity is used. It gives hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen. When water gets decomposed due to electricity, it gives hydrogen and oxygen. Here, water will get decomposed into hydrogen and oxygen gases respectively. Then, how this process takes place? How this electrolysis process takes place? An example is given in the textbook with a diagram. I am going to explain the same thing on the board now. Let me take a mug. At the base of the mug, you have to make two holes. You have to make two holes. Okay? To this hole, what you have to do? Fix two rubber stopper. Fix two rubber stopper. Insert two graphite electrodes here. Insert two graphite electrodes. Insert two graphite electrodes. Connect these graphite electrodes connect these two electrodes to the positive and negative terminal of the battery of 6 volts. It's a battery. The switch is here. Okay. Then add water. Pour water into the mug. Pour water into the mug. So in such a way that the two electrodes should be immersed within the water. Like this. Two electrodes should be submerged. Two electrodes should be submerged into water. So here we need to understand one more thing, that pure water does not conduct electricity. So it conducts electricity. What we have to do? We are going to add few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. So the water becomes acidified. So when the water becomes acidified, it conducts electricity. That is why we are going to add dilute H2SO4 into it. After that, what happens? We have to take two test tubes. We have to take two test tubes. like this. Carefully you have to do it. Okay? And after that, what we have to do? Switch on. Switch on the current. Then what happens? Current flows. So you have to keep the entire system aside for a while. Okay? After sometimes, if you observe within these two test tubes, you can see bubbles. You can see bubbles. Bubbles. Okay? This bubble shows that gases evolved in both the test tubes. After sometimes what happens? The gas will be filled in both the test tubes. If you look at the two test tubes, we'll come to know that no equal volume of gas is collected in both the test tubes. Here, the gas is collected is not of equal volume. Here, in this is cathode and this is anode. But this side, cathode side, what happens? The amount of gas collected here, this side, the amount of gas collected here is twice the amount of gas collected here in this side, in this test tube. Why it has happened? It has happened like this because here more volume of gas is collected in this test tube that displaces water. That is why here water level will be very low here high because more amount of gas is collected here less amount of gas is collected. See here the test tube, after that what happens? After sometimes we remove the first test tube here, this test tube. We are going to remove here the gas is collected. I have taken this test tube here. Then I am going to bring a burning candle or a burning sprinter. You can also take. If you bring this burning candle to it here the mouth of the test tube, there you can find this candle burns brilliantly. Brilliantly burns. Candle burns brilliantly. That shows here oxygen gas is coming out of the test tube. So that makes the burning candle to burn more brilliantly. Okay, that means here oxygen is present. Here oxygen is coming out. Now you take this test tube. First test tube, then second test tube. Remove this test tube. If you bring the burning candle here also, if you bring this burning candle, the mouth of the test tube, it burns with blue flame. It burns with blue flame with pops sound. That kind of sound can be heard. So the moment you bring this burning candle at the mouth of the test tube, you can see a blue flames with pop sound. So here, what hydrogen is present. Here, due to the passing of electricity, the water is decomposed into oxygen and hydrogen. This is how decomposition of water takes place through electrolysis process. Okay, here electricity is used. Now let us move on to how the reactant get decomposed due to sunlight. Photolysis process. Photolysis of process. What is the what do you mean by photolysis The decomposition reaction in which sunlight is used for the reactant to get decomposed. That is what we call photolysis process. Here sunlight is used. Sunlight is used. Now, how can we understand this? Let me write an equation. When AgCl get decomposed. AgCl is a white powder. When it is exposed to sunlight, it gives a grey color. Why it is it gives grey color? Because silver chloride get decomposed into silver and chlorine. That is why it becomes it becomes grey color material. Here, when AgCl, silver chloride, when it is exposed to sunlight, it gives Ag plus Cl2. AgCl. So this is AgCl. Silver chloride is a white powder. It gives grey color powder. Let me write another example. When silver bromide, Ag plus Br2. Here also sunlight is used. See, these are the two examples for photolysis process in which sunlight is used. Okay. These are the examples for the photolysis process. Children, in all the three processes, in all this process, energy is absorbed. Whether it is heat, electricity, or sunlight. Here, in all these cases, energy is absorbed for the reactant to get decomposed. That is why it is called endothermic reaction. In all these decomposition reaction, energy is absorbed. Energy in the form of heat, energy in the form of electricity, energy in the form of sunlight is absorbed for the reactant to get decomposed. That is why all this process what we call endothermic reaction. Energy is absorbed here. What is it? All these processes are called endothermic reaction. Okay, children. Hope you understood all these concepts. Now it's a time for me to give some questions for homework. These are some of the questions given for homework. Answer to these questions. So if you find it very difficult,